I am going to make some cheese with a new recipe that I have, but it's a pressed cheese, and I have never done pressed cheese. So I didn't have a cheese press. So I'm thinking that this will work, at least until I get a cheese press. We drilled holes in the bottom, setting it on jar lids so it can drain. My curds will go into here with garlic and chives seasoning. Then I'm going to put a follower. I cut this one out to my shop and cut this out. I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to weight it down for 20 pounds. And so I will try to take some short videos so you can watch the process. There might be bloopers, and it might actually work. Who knows? Okay, this recipe called for 2 gallons of milk. Now, I got to heat it up to a certain degrees and then put rennet over into it to make it set. It's be brought up to 86 degrees. As of now, it's 46 degrees, and I have to bring it up to 86 before I add in my cultures. Still just 55 degrees. We have to get it up to 86 before we can add our cultures. Just about there. 2 more degrees and we got it. And then we're ready to add the cultures and slide it off. If this is a big flop, then I guess my kitties are gonna have. There, we got it. Okay, my cultures were added, which was rennet and buttermilk. And now you have to pull it off the heat. And now we will cover it for 45 minutes. This lid is not the best fitting. This beautiful pot I picked up at a yard sale for 25 cents. I saw it as a treasure. The man that sold it to me had been giving his dog water in it. And as soon as I spotted it, I thought he's going to tell me, you know, $25 or something like that. When he said 25 cents, I casually picked it up and said, sure. Brought that baby home and scrubbed it up. It is a most wonderful, wonderful it's a 12 quart stainless steel kettle with a heavy bottom, and this lid fits fine enough. So it sets for 45 minutes, and then we'll come back to it. If you notice up close the separation between the whey and the clabber. So now it's ready for us to cut and heat. Okay, let me see if I can get you a little further away. You cut like this. You want to cut it into blocks because this has to be heated up just until it's hot, very hot to the touch of your hands. So I'm actually going to use my hands to stir it because you want to be able to carefully stir it and break it apart as you go. See that beautiful piece of curd? It is, and it breaks carefully and straight, so you know that's ready to start heating. And then you're going to put your hands in it. I know, make sure your hands are clean, and you're going to slowly heat this, breaking it apart with your fingers as you go, until your whey gets so hot you can't stand for your, it gets really, really hot. You about can't stand for your hands to be in it anymore. That's what you do. Make sure you don't scorch the bottom, so keep your heat low. In fact, I'm going to turn my heat down. I have it on medium now, but I still think I should keep it lower. Okay, see how you notice it's getting, the curd's getting smaller, sticking together more. It's still not, it's still got quite a ways to go before it's heated. Where it has to be, you want to heat it till it's too hot to really put your hand in. But be careful you do not scorch the bottom. I know it seems weird that you would do this with your hands, but you want to feel the curds and break them apart. This takes time. It could take up to 10-15 minutes, but you don't want to rush it because you do not want your curds to get rubbery. Okay, so it's approximately 113 degrees before it was just really too hot to keep my hand in there. It looks like this. I use a slotted spoon. I'm going to put it in a colander and drain it out, but I'm going to save this whey because I want to make ricotta cheese, and I think I can make it with the whey. Okay, now you rinse your curds with really warm water. Rinse all the milk out of them because that can sour and make your cheese kind of get a sour taste. Even right now, these curds have a very nice sweet taste to them. They don't have any type of sour taste at all. This is goat milk that I use. You can do this out of regular dairy milk also, cow milk, but this is goat milk. And so I'm going to rinse these with some really warm water, and then I'm going to let them drip out for a while before I go to the next stage. Then you put your seasoned cheese, which is mine is garlic and chives, and then I'm going to fold my cloth over it, and I'm going to put my weight over it, and then I'm going to press this with 20 pounds of pressure for 4 hours. Okay, this is my homemade deal. This is the cheese in here, and it's being pressed, and I have 20 pounds stacked on top. This has to go for 4 hours. We will see, and then refrigerated for 8 hours. In 4 hours I will see how it does, and then I will come back in the morning and show you what it ended up being like, or if it tastes really good at this stage. I'm just not sure how it's going to be as far as slicing. I guess where there's a will, there's a way. I know it's a homemade deal, but it should at least work until I get my cheese press. So, this is the first time doing this, making this type of cheese. I made other types of cheese, but this is the first time making this type of cheese. But we will see how it goes. Thanks for watching. A little bit of liquid coming out. So 4 hours at this will take. It felt pretty dry, but 4 hours of this, and we will see. Okay, this is the whey that I had left over. I'm going to raise the temperature up to 200 degrees and see if it would make ricotta. So far it's 126. We have to get it to 200 degrees and see if it will form ricotta. Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. We will see. Okay, this was raised almost to boiling point, almost 200 degrees. And you see floating on top. Let's see if I can see. That's ricotta. And that cheese is nice and smooth and it's perfect for, you can actually use it like you would, you salt it a little bit, and it actually can be used like cream cheese or for lasagnas or anything like that, but it does a beautiful like a cream cheese. And that's all I'm going to do until we check on the other cheese. Okay, you see how it is still draining out, and it has to be under this pressure for several more hours. And so we will just come back when I take it out and let you see what it looks like when it comes out of the press. I got the cheese out this morning. It was about midnight last night, or close to midnight, that I pulled this out of the press and put it in the refrigerator overnight. It's very firm block of cheese. It's a very firm block of cheese. That also gave that much ricotta, about 3/4 cups of ricotta cheese out of that leftover whey. And I am going to slice this and see how it slices. It slices beautifully. So it looks like this works, y'all. Gonna experiment some more and I will share them. Thanks for watching.